Akashvani presents Morning News. Good morning. I'm Anurag Kumar. The headlines. Union Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur invites wrestlers to discuss their issues. President Droupadi Murmu announces extension of eligibility for overseas citizens of India cards to 6th generation of Surinamese people. Madhya Pradesh Government to launch Chief Minister Learn and Earn scheme. Death toll in Balasore train accident revised to 288. Deep depression over Arabian Sea intensifies into Cyclonic Storm Biparjoy to further intensify into a severe cyclonic storm in next 24 hours. World Test Championship final between India and Australia to begin at the Oval. And now the news in detail. Union Minister for Youth Affairs and Sports Anurag Singh Thakur has said that the government is willing to have a discussion with the wrestlers on their issues. In a tweet, Mr. Thakur said that he has once again invited the wrestlers for a discussion. The wrestlers are protesting against the Wrestling Federation of India chief Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh demanding his arrest as some women wrestlers have accused him of sexually harassing them. President Droupadi Murmu concluded her 3-day visit to the Republic of Suriname last night. She has now proceeded to Serbia on the second leg of her tour. On the last day of her visit in Suriname, the President addressed the Indian diaspora. She announced the extension of overseas citizens of India cards to the 6th generation of Surinamese people.
मेरी सरकार की प्राथमिकता दुनिया भर के प्रवासी भारतीयों के साथ विशेष रूप से सूरीनाम सहित गिरमिटिया भूमि में हमारी भारतीय प्रवासियों के साथ स्थायी संबंध बनाना है। मुझे आपको ये बताते हुए खुशी हो रही है कि सूरीनाम के हमारे भाइयों और बहनों के लिए आप ओसीआई कार्ड की एलिजिबिलिटी को 4थी पीढ़ी से बढ़ाकर 6ठी पीढ़ी कर देंगे। इसमें कई और प्रवासी सदस्य शामिल हो सकेंगे।
The President expressed great satisfaction over the outcomes of the talks shared between India and Suriname.
दुनिया के नक्शे पर हमारे दोनों देशों के बीच लंबी दूरी है, लेकिन हम साझा इतिहास और विरासत से जुड़े हुए हैं। सूरीनाम और सूरीनाम के लोग हमारी दिलों में एक बहुत ही खास जगह रखते हैं।
Our correspondent reports that the visit assumed historical significance as the President attended the 150th anniversary celebrations of the arrival of Indians in Suriname as a chief guest. President Murmu also witnessed a reenactment of the arrival of Indians via the sea route on the vessel Lala Rook. She paid floral tributes at Mahatma Gandhi's statue and also paid respects to the Baba and Mai monument. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has thanked the Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives, Kevin McCarthy, U.S. Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell, Majority Leader of the Senate Chuck Schumer, and Minority Leader of the U.S. House of Representatives Hakeem Jeffries for inviting him to address a joint meeting of the Congress on the 22nd of this month. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said he is honored to accept the invitation and looks forward to once again addressing a joint meeting of the Congress. He said India is proud of its comprehensive global strategic partnership with the U.S., built upon the foundation of shared democratic values, strong people-to-people ties, and an unwavering commitment to global peace and prosperity. The participation on Meri Life app has breached the 2 crore mark in less than a month since its launch. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said in a tweet that it is an encouraging trend indicating a collective spirit to make our planet better. Informing about the participation, Environment Minister Bhupendra Yadav said there could not have been a better way to mark the World Environment Day. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. The death toll in Friday's rail accident at Bahanaga in Balasore district of Odisha has been revised to 288. Odisha Chief Secretary Pradeep Kumar Jena told media persons at Bhubaneswar that the new number was reached following verification of bodies, conducting 2 rounds of combing of the tracks, death of a few grievously injured patients, and updates from district collectors. Earlier, the state government had reduced the death toll from 288 to 275, citing cases of double counting of bodies. In a tweet, Mr. Jena said 205 bodies have been identified and have been handed over. He said 83 bodies are yet to be identified. Meanwhile, the CBI has begun the investigation into the alleged criminal negligence after it registered an FIR in the Balasore train accident. A team of CBI officers arrived at the accident site and inspected the tracks, signal room and spoke to the railway officials at Bahanagar. In Madhya Pradesh, the Chief Minister Learn and Earn scheme will be launched today. The scheme aims to teach employable skills to the youth. 703 work areas have been identified for training under the scheme. More from our correspondent.
The most important aspect of this Learn and Earn scheme is that along with learning skills, the youth will also be given an allowance of rupees 8,000 to 10,000. Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan has said that the government is making continuous efforts to connect the youth with employment.
अब बच्चे काम भी सीखेंगे और उनको स्टाइपेंड भी मिलेगा और बाद में काम सीखकर हमारे ये बच्चे अपना परमानेंट रोजगार या तो वहीं पा जाएंगे या अपना उद्यम खड़ा करेंगे। इन काम सीखने वाले बच्चों को बाद में स्वरोजगार के क्षेत्र में भी प्राथमिकता दी जाएगी।
At least 1 lakh youth will be provided training under the scheme. As per the schedule, the registration of establishment providing training to youth will start from today and the registration of youth willing to learn will start from 15th June. The youth will start working from August 1st. Sanjeev Sharma, Akashvani News, Bhopal.
The government has decided to allow 2,000 primary agricultural credit societies to open Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Kendras across the country. The decision was taken in a meeting of Home and Cooperation Minister Amit Shah with Chemicals and Fertilizers Minister Mansukh Mandviya in New Delhi yesterday. 2,000 primary agricultural credit societies across the country will be identified to open Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Kendras. 1,000 centres will be opened by August this year and another 1,000 by December. Talking to Akashvani, the National Cooperative Union of India Chairman Dilip Sanghani said this is a big decision and will be welcomed in the entire country.
इनसे हर गांव में जहां 2 लाख सोसाइटी नहीं भी बनेगी, पंचायत पे एक सोसाइटी होगी, वो पैक्स मजबूती तो होगी, लेकिन आज दवाई का भाव आसमान से जो गए हैं, इनको बहुत सस्ती और ऑथेंटिक ये दवाई मिलेगी, पैक्स भी मजबूत होगी, गांव का जो पैसा है वो बचेगा, इसी गांव में लोग होगा और कोऑपरेटिव के माध्यम से जब पैसा मिलेगा उनका मुनाफा होगा, वो किसानों के पास वापिस डिविडेंड के रूप में जाएगा। ये बहुत बड़ा फैसला है, का स्वागत पूरा देश करेगा।
More than 9,400 Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Kendras have been opened across the country till now. As the NDA government has completed 9 years in office, Akashvani News brings a series of special stories on the initiatives taken by the government. Today, we take a look at the Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Centre, InSpace. A report.
InSpace is an autonomous and single-window nodal agency of the Department of Space for the promotion, encouragement and regulation of space activities of both government and private entities. It also facilitates the usage of ISRO facilities by private entities. The promotion and enabling of private entities in the space sector is providing a major fillip to the space sector and opening up new vistas of opportunity for India's talented youth. Inaugurating the headquarters of InSpace in Bhopal, Ahmedabad on 10th June last year, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had expressed happiness that more than 60 private companies are leading in the country's space sectors with advanced preparation.
कोई साइंटिस्ट है या किसान मजदूर है, विज्ञान की तकनीकियों को समझता है या नहीं समझता है, इन सब से ऊपर हमारा स्पेस मिशन देश के जन गण के मन का मिशन बन जाता है। मिशन चंद्रयान के दौरान हमने भारत की इस भावनात्मक एकजुटता को देखा था। भारत का अंतरिक्ष अभियान एक तरह से आत्मनिर्भर भारत की सबसे बड़ी पहचान रहा है। अब जब इस अभियान को भारत के प्राइवेट सेक्टर की ताकत मिलेगी तो उसकी शक्ति कितनी ज्यादा बढ़ जाएगी, आप इसका अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं।
The establishment of InSpace was announced in June 2020. Anupam Mishra, Akashvani News, Delhi.
The National Investigation Agency, NIA, yesterday raided several premises connected with associates of the Canada-based individual designated terrorist in Punjab and Haryana. The raids were conducted a day after the NIA Special Court in Mohali declared Arshdeep Singh Dalla a proclaimed offender in a targeted killing conspiracy case. The searches were conducted at 10 locations at the premises of associates of Dalla and his close aide and absconder Manpreet Singh alias Pita. He is currently living in the Philippines in a case registered suo motu by NIA on the 20th August last year. Several incriminating material, including digital devices, was seized during the raids. A total of 6 accused have so far been arrested in the case. The case relates to the terror activities of proscribed terrorist organizations such as Khalistan Liberation Force, Babbar Khalsa International, International Sikh Youth Federation, Khalistan Tiger Force and others. British Acting High Commissioner to India, Christina Scott, has said that while the 10th round of Free Trade Agreement FTA negotiations is ongoing, there is a joint commitment from both the United Kingdom and India to double the amount of trade between the two countries by 2030. India and the UK have been negotiating an FTA since January last year, aiming towards a comprehensive pact that is expected to enhance the bilateral trade relationship significantly. While the 10th round of the negotiations is underway in New Delhi, both countries held their 9th round of talks during April 24 to 28 this year. They were conducted in a hybrid fashion for which a number of officials from India travelled to London and others attended virtually. During the round, detailed discussions took place across a range of policy areas. Earlier, during the visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to Hiroshima, Japan, both leaders had a discussion on India-UK Free Trade Agreement. Regional Meteorological Centre Mumbai has said the deep depression has intensified into the cyclonic storm Biparjoy over east central and adjoining southeast Arabian Sea. Fishermen are advised to be cautious while venturing into sea for deep-sea fishing. The cyclone is moving nearly northwards and is likely to intensify into a severe cyclonic storm during the next 24 hours. It lays about 910 km west-southwest of Goa and 1,030 km southwest of Mumbai. World Test Championship WTC final will begin between India and Australia at the Oval in England from today. This will be Team India's second consecutive WTC final in as many editions and will look to go one better this time around. Australia topped the WTC points table in the 2021-23 cycle with 66.67 points percent in 19 tests, while India made its cut for the final with 58.8 points percent after beating the Kangaroos 2-1 in the recently concluded Border Gavaskar Trophy Series at home. And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Ramya.
Thank you, Anuja. All the dailies carry the news of CBI formally taking over the Balasore train accident probe to look into any foul play theory. The Times of India quotes the White House defending Modi's state visit invite and reassuring India as a vibrant democracy. India-Germany set to ink pact for 6 stealth submarines today is a headline in the Tribune. Rich nations like Western Europe and the US, responsible for most of the heat-trapping emissions, could pay developing countries like India $170 trillion to ensure climate change targets are met, notes the Pioneer. New Women's Savings Scheme has 500,000 takers. Senior Citizen Scheme also gets a boost after limit is doubled, giving a good response to ease borrowing pressure on government, cites the Economic Times. And finally, Hindustan Times mentions about artists in the capital city working to convert nuts and bolts, engines, used ceiling fans, truck chassis into art as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav Waste to Art Park at ITO. And with that, it's back to you, Anuja.
Thank you, Ramya. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Union Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur invites wrestlers to discuss their issues. President Droupadi Murmu announces extension of eligibility for overseas citizens of India cards to 6th generation of Surinamese people. Madhya Pradesh Government to launch Chief Minister Learn and Earn scheme. Death toll in Balasore train accident revised to 288. And World Test Championship final between India and Australia to begin at the Oval. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.